Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a very practical and easy technique that you can use to never run out of cadence ideas for your rap flow. And we've all been there at some point in time where you're trying to think of other creative ways that you can rap over an instrumental and you're just kind of shooting blanks. And this technique will help you get completely over that. And this technique is something I like to refer to as referencing. And this means we just simply refer to something that's already out, something already existing, and we get ideas from it. And what's interesting about cadences is you already know a lot more cadences than you probably realize. So if you just take the time to think about some of the songs that you're already familiar with, that's a really good starting point to go ahead and tap into those songs and get some musical ideas out of those and use them over the instrumental that you're rapping over. And this is a very powerful and practical way to learn how to rap a lot better. Like if you were playing guitar, one way you're likely going to learn how to play guitar is you're going to learn how to play some of your favorite guitar parts of your favorite songs. This is no different than that. If you're someone who learns your rap songs, like you learn how to rap the lyrics from your favorite rap songs, you are actually practicing music, whether you realize it or not. You may think you're just learning lyrics. You're not just learning the lyrics. You're learning the cadences. You're also probably picking up things about their vocal tone and their rap delivery that you're mimicking as well. And all these things can help you be just a more well-rounded rapper. So to demonstrate this, I'm about to rap pieces of 3 totally different songs over one instrumental that I produced called Chillax. If you like this instrumental, I'll post a link in the video description below to where you can get it. But let's get straight to it. 1 for the money, yes sir, 2 for the show. A couple of years ago on Headland and Delow was the start of something good. Well, me and my fellas rode the martyr through the hood, just trying to find that hookup. Now every day we look up at the ceiling, watching ceiling fans go around trying to catch that feeling off instrumentals. Had my pencil and plus my paper. We called the 86 Lithonia headed to Decatur. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up, cause you know we bout to rip ish up. Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. 2 loped out fellas going crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fade this. I've been through mad different phases, like mazes to find my way. And now I know that happy days are not far away. If I'm strong enough, I'll live long enough to see my kids doing something more constructive with their time than bids. I know because I've been there, now I'm in there. Sit back and look at what it took for me to get there. First came the bull, the drama with my mama. She got on some fly ish, so I split and said that I'ma be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with mad greed and a heart that doesn't bleed. Now here's a few tips that will ensure that you can successfully do this over whatever instrumental that you pick. Number 1 is be mindful of any type of dramatic tempo difference between your instrumental and the songs that you're referencing. So if there's more than let's say a 15 or 20 BPM difference, then the cadence will feel different over the instrumental that you're rapping over. Either you'll feel like you're rapping it way faster or way slower. So if that's happening, then you may either A, want to pick a different instrumental that translates better with that cadence, or B, you may want to change that cadence in a few different ways, which I'm going to touch on that here in just a moment. So keep that in mind. And number 2, you need to make sure that you understand where the cadence actually begins within the bar. So for an example, when I was rapping Andre 3000's verse from Outkast Elevators, he begins on the very first beat. And so does Snoop Dogg as well on his verse. Check this out. Pay attention to this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 for the money, yes sir, 2 for the show. And then here's Snoop Dogg right here. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. It's funny because on Snoop Dogg, he's actually doing the 4 count on the beginning of his verse. Now DMX slipping, he leads in to the first beat. So he comes in a little bit early and he lands on Mad on the first beat. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been through mad. Hear that? 3, 4. I've been through mad different phases, like mazes to find my way. So you need to make sure you understand where the cadence begins at within the bar so you can accurately rap it over whatever instrumental that you're rapping over. And if you still struggle to wrap your head around it, you can actually just download the song, figure out the tempo of the song by using something like TuneBat, which I've shared a lot on this channel, and it will tell you what the tempo is and just load it into your DAW, align it to the grid correctly, and then you can actually loop pieces of the actual song itself, and you can tell how things are landing on the beat because it'll be aligned to the grid correctly. So that can really help you out from an analytical standpoint. And my third tip is practice improvising these cadences in some type of way. you don't have to copy their cadence verbatim. You can add stuff to it and take away from it. So going back to my first point, if there's like a dramatic tempo difference, that's one call right there to probably try to change something about that cadence. But let's say there's nothing wrong with its translation. Like, it sounds really close to how it did because your instrumental is a similar tempo as the original song, but you can still change it in some ways. And I'm just going to demonstrate that a little bit for each verse that I was rapping. So I'm going to start off with the Outkast, Elevators, from Andre 3000's verse. And I'm just going to start off by rapping a lyric and watch how I will then go into scatting those lyrics, and I'll start changing some stuff about that cadence. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 for the money, yes sir, 2 for the show. Black but the brick with the black but the toe. Bladder with the read with the rap at top of the flow. Blasted the brass and brass to pit the flow. Blasting, put the brass in the flow. Batter when the blast the brass to pin the flow. Be the one to read with the rap at top of the flow. Let me do the same thing now with Snoop Dogg. One thing I liked about his cadence, something interesting, is the fast parts where he's like, give it the microphone first. Those like really fast like drills. It's like a drum roll almost. I like that. I'm gonna play around with that. Let's check it out. 2, 3. Give it the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. But the brapper the buster, but the brass when the bubble. I'm blapper the pop, blapper the brapper to your bluggle. But the papper the brom pop, plaster on the bubble. I'm blapper the rhyme to patap and nap and nubble. I dip it the back ropes to betray the patap and lubble. And DMX slipping. I've been through mad different phases like mazes to find my way. I put the pass on the brake when the pass when the bladder rate. I put the brabber the rate, but type of rated pop in the bladder rate. I'm on the back, when it put the brap on the bladder rate. I'm on the brap, the pass, the podcast upon the brabber late. So cadences are very similar to like the human language. What I mean by that is you typically know way more words than you actually use on a regular basis because we typically only use the things that are fresh in our mind. And it reminds me of a saying, tip of mind is tip of tongue. So what's in the forefront of your mind is typically what you'll speak about and what you'll use. So take some time and really start referencing a lot more cadences. Start really going back to songs that you already know and love and start auditioning pieces of those songs over the instrumentals that you are trying to rap over. And that is a very practical way for you to never run out of cadence ideas for your rap flow moving forward. And I'm curious to know, have you ever ran into this issue with running out of cadence ideas? And have you ever used this technique before? Let me know in the comments section below. My name is Cole Mize with ColeMizeStudios.com, where I strive to make you a better rapper now. And if you're trying to perfect your rap skills, make sure that you get yourself a free copy of my ebook, The #1 Fundamental to Rapping, via the link in the video's description below. And subscribe to this channel for more straight to the point, no BS, how to rap video tutorials just like this one. And always remember, when it comes to rapping, there's no rules. There's only techniques. Peace. Hey man, you see that subscribe button right there? Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh, and don't forget the bell icon. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Hey, I know you see that like button, right? Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. And look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm gonna kill it.